if she wants to survive in this social circle, she better learn to fall in line.
This season, I'm coming for everything. I want it all.
Skye Squad, we are back in the building, and that right there was the trailer for my new book series, The Wickedest Wives, Desiree's Desire, which is book 1 in the series. Okay, you guys can get that book via Amazon.com. The link is in the description of this video, and it is also in the first comment of this video as well. So you can head on over to Amazon, or you can head on over to Audible. And after you do all that and you read the book, leave a review so your brother can know what you like, what you didn't like, who you want the lead character to end up with, you know, who you think is behind all the mess. Let's talk about a different type of mess right now, okay? A good type of mess. We got to talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville, and the episode is called A Halt and a Prayer, okay? And I feel like I'm about to hear about this prayer for about as long as I heard about that bottle of Casa Azul on the Real Housewives Ultimate Girls Trip Season 3, Episode 5, okay? I don't want to hear nothing else about this prayer, okay? If you need some prayer, go to Latasha. She got a whole new album. It's out right now. Is it out right now? Somebody let me know. Is it out right now? And in case y'all wonder who I'm talking to my make pretend audience, okay? Is the album out? Somebody let me. Norman, is it out? Okay, Norman, is it out? I got myself a little Norman over here, off to the side. Y'all know I ain't got no bit of sense right now, right? Okay, I ain't got no bit of sense. I'm excited because we have a new episode of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and I gotta tell you, I'm gonna be for real with y'all. When I found out that it was coming back out so soon, I was kind of like, ooh, I think I got a little Love and Marriage Huntsville fatigue. Okay, I did for a second. I did for a second feel like that. When I first heard that they was bringing it back, I was like, ooh, now that's kind of soon, baby. We just got through with it. And y'all know the Love and Marriage Huntsville drama be intense, okay? So sometimes you need a couple of months away from it all. You know what I'm saying? But quiet as it's kept, I probably said, listen, we got a top-rated show over here. We're going to keep the people fed. And to be quite honest with you, I ain't mad at it. It's like back in the day when we used to get that Rihanna album every November. Okay, y'all remember the good old days, baby. So we are living in the good days of Love and Marriage Huntsville, and it is the train that just won't stop. And let me tell you why I feel like I was wrong about my fear of the overload. Because ain't nothing the same, okay? Ain't nothing the same. They done leveled up on the production on this show. Oh, yes. I know you've seen it. We got a whole new intro with new intro looks. We got a new cast photo with features the core 6, right? But the new intro to the show not only features Kiki, Do You Love Me? It also features Courtney and Stormy. And who else? Also, Tiffany and Lewis are back in the mix, and it looks like Tiffany's going to be back to her old tricks, causing trouble the way I like my Tiffany, okay? Quiet as it's kept, I complained about it when she first got here. I complained about it when she did nothing, and I'm probably going to complain about it this season too. But at least she's doing something, okay? At least she's doing something, and at least I'm honest, all right? So we got that that going on, okay? We also they got some new things going on with these confessionals as well. I did notice for some reason, they look a little bit more crisp to me. It's something about the way, even it's kind of equivalent to my backdrop, right? Listen, they ain't copying off me and nothing like that. What I'm telling you is they got a darker backdrop, it seems like to me. Now, I'm colorblind, so it could be the same, but to me, it looked different. And the light shining on them looks different, so they pop more on the screen. So I was like, now, yes, for these visual elements that are being lifted, you know what I'm saying? Lifted like a good old, pair of tatas, just lifting them on up to the sky. What else did I like that was new? They got these new little transitions from person to person to let us know whose scene it is. I really enjoyed that as well. I like when people do things different and I feel like they tried to enhance the show. And by doing so, they enhanced the graphics. And so I felt good about it. And we start off the season real nice and good too. We start off talking about how Huntsville is growing into one of the nation's largest, especially for real estate. Okay, so if you into that real estate game, you might want to run down to the Huntsville and get yourself something. I know Kimmy's in the real estate. I know Melody is into the property preservation. I know Letitia, I think she got her own broker's license. I know it's some builders. Marcel got the builders. I think Melody got the builders. You got the credit thing going on with Maurice. You got everybody got something going on. And Martell got Sheree. How about that? And he getting that red light special. Okay. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. Okay. Now, y'all like my lighting? I changed it a little bit. What I did was, let me just explain it to you real quick, because I've been like trying to look and see what I like, right? And what makes it feel. I wanted to feel moody a little bit, but I also wanted to have some, contrast and that sort of thing. So I took the light over this side and I took it okay? I took it and I put it bike a bit, right? Put it bike a bit. And so you still get a little glow from the light, especially on this blue right here, right? And so now you have just the light coming in right here, but it's just a little bit, it's clouded a little bit by the plant. And so I feel like for some reason, I like this better than having the two lights actually in the frame. Let me know what you think down in the comment section down below. Y'all know I get sidetracked more than a mother, okay? And I don't care because I love it. So anyway, let's get into it. Now, Melody stops by to see Kimmy, okay? She appreciates that Kimmy respects her boundaries. Because when they go off to the off season, okay. Now I don't know if Kimmy got Melody's number, because this number thing is a new number. Who this? But it seems as though Kimmy and Melody share a bit of a bond, because Kimmy, I feel like, just kind of lets Melody be Melody and lets her have her space. Now I could be wrong here. I could be totally wrong in reading this. But I do sense that there is some level of maybe trauma or PTSD that maybe Melody has with regards to people being able to reach her. And so I could be wrong again. And a lot of this could be as a direct result of what she went through with Martell and the divorce. And then maybe perhaps other friendships going awry. But it seems like when in the off season, she really goes off into her own little world. I can understand that. For the past couple of months, even though I've been doing my videos, even though I've been, I've had to go travel, I've had to do different things, I have so much going on. There's a part of me that's felt like I've been hanging on by a thread, right? I'm like, literally, y'all can't see it, but this the edge, okay? And this is me dangling, right? That is honestly how I've been feeling these last couple of months. That's why I'm in therapy now. But this ain't about me. What I'm saying is, I understand it because I can relate to it. And when you're going through and through and through and through and through and through, I feel like you ain't always the most responsive, because I know I'm not. Okay, so I'm just telling you why I identify with this element. Now, before we get into this season, I can already see the storm clouds brewing, okay? And it is going to be a storm cloud brewing between Melody and Stormy. Now, before we even dive into the drama of this season, let me set some ground rules for y'all who are going to be watching me as I'm reviewing it. And I ain't going to explain myself every week as I go through this. I'm going to explain it today, and that's it, okay? Now, for me, I like Melody, okay? That's first of all, I like this whole cast. Let's keep it 100, okay? I am so hard on Martell, but I root for Martell. Y'all have no idea. And I see a lot of people in the comments, oh, you hate so-and-so, you hate so. You don't know me to know if I hate nobody. First of all, let me just get that out the way. And I don't hate nobody. I ain't got time to hate nobody. I'm too busy dangling by the thread that I'm already dangling by to be hating on anybody. No, if anything, Let me tell you something. I love these people on these shows. You know why? Because they keep the mess going for me to talk about. Okay, let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. All right. So with all y'all people that be saying, "Oh, you hate this person, you hate that person, you can't stand Kenya." I saw that the other day. You hate Kenya. Why you even talk about her? I'm like, if you don't get off my line with this, I am so over that. That is, and it's so lazy. It is effing lazy. And I said effing. Oh, yes, I did. I didn't say the word, but I said I'm giving it to y'all today. I'm gonna give it to you today because it is the laziest little read that you can find, and it is the last thing that you can find out the nook and cranny of your purse and your pocketbook. And it's like the little piece of lint that you can scrape out your jeans after you done washed them a couple of times or two. That's how late and played out that is when people come on to the comment section and claim you hate somebody when you don't know whether or not I hate anybody or not. You are only basing that on whether or not you like that person and whether I critiqued them or not. Let's get it right, okay? So let's start there. Now, having said that, I like Melody. I like Stormy. I have been advocating for Stormy to become a part of this cast ever since she came on the scene. I'm interested in her life. I'm interested in seeing where she's going. But what I will not do with y'all this season, and I know it's coming, is I am not going to be on this team. I'm going to call it exactly like I see it and how I feel about it. And if you don't like it, I cannot help you. And beyond this point, I'm not explaining it because I explain myself a little bit too much to some people. And I'm tired of doing it because I feel like no means no. But it's true. And so I just want to go ahead and lay the ground rules for this season because I know it's coming. I know it's coming. So let me lay it down for y'all right now. I'm going to say what I got to say about whatever the situation is. You don't like it, you're going to have to take it up with God because I do not care, okay? I do not have time in this season of my life to be worried about whether or not you who I'm talking to, okay, because it ain't everybody, but the person that I'm talking to, I don't got time to be worried about whether or not you think I like a person or not, okay, or you think I'm team so-and-so or not. I'm team everybody, okay, and I'm team everybody to win and get money, period. Now that I just said that, so, you know, Kimmy is done with her chemo. Thank the Lord, have mercy for that one. Lord, I understand the journey. I empathize with that journey for her and Maurice and her family. And just having spoken to her during our interview last year, just Kimmy's she's a real one. Okay, she's a real one. So it's nice to see that her and Melody have this relationship where she kind of respects Melody's boundaries because I feel like that's what it is for Melody. It's a boundary. We'll talk about how much sense I think it makes for different friendships when we get to the Stormy element of it all. Okay. So never you fear on that one. We're going to talk about it. But, you know, Maurice feels like, you know, Kimmy is still running and gunning it. And Kimmy wants to celebrate. And so Melody offers to throw her a party so she don't have to do all the work for it. But, you know, Kimmy wants everybody to be there, even the people that Melody don't like. And so they, you know, do a little practice round of, I'm going to practice calling you. I'm going to practice calling you. I'm going to practice calling Letitia. I'm going to practice calling. And Kimmy's going to be the person on the other end of the line throwing shade as Melody is calling them. And I'm cracking I'm cracking up because at the end of the call, the fake call, Melody's like, okay, and God bless you on your journey. And sure enough, the lady then put it on a sweatshirt at the end of the episode. I was like, okay, she better know what she said when she said it enough to make it into something to sell. Period. You got to know that. So anyway, Martell is getting that red light special. Okay, just the facial. Not that kind. But he is getting a facial, if you know what I mean. And I recommend a facial for most men because, honestly, listen, who couldn't use a little refresher every now and again? Tip for y'all. Do y'all know why I wear these glasses? I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I don't wear these glasses because I have like these like slightly dark circles around my eyes. And so when I am on camera, the glasses help, take away from some of that. So it's not distracting for me, or it's not distracting for you. It's a little TV trick or whatever that I learned from my time working back in news. And I got to the point where I did it so much that now I just like how I look with glasses on. You know what I'm saying? Being real. And so anyway, I feel like whatever treatment he was having done, let me run on down to the aesthetician and get me some of that good pat under the eyes and get me a red light mask. Y'all gonna send me with a red light mask on. Actually, I'm gonna start a video with a red light mask on. How about that? That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get it on Amazon too, and I'm gonna tell y'all where to get it from. I'm gonna put the link in the description. I'm gonna be one of them Amazon. I told y'all I was gonna be an Amazon influencer. I did. I said it. I am. I'm gonna do it. Okay. As soon as I get tired of talking about these shows, I'm gonna be over there on the Amazon hawking the products. Watch. Anyway, as he's getting a facial, Miss Marlene, y'all know I love me some Miss Marlene. I just like the way she talk, and she don't see nothing wrong with her baby. She only see, listen, all she see is goodness and light when she look at Martell. And I'm like, well, that's good for you, Miss Marlene. That's good for you. I'm glad you sees it. You know what else I like? I did like his suit in that confessional. Now that Martell, I do like his suit game. Whoever be on his suit game, they be on the suit game. The suits be suiting. Okay. I ain't gonna even lie. The suits be suiting. Now that is a suit. Now this, as Phaedra says, you're on point with. This you're on point with. Meanwhile, he FaceTimes Sheree. Sheree is on the girls' trip for the Real Housewives of Atlanta down to the Portugal, and Sonya's with her, and she want to know why he got all his chesticles showing. And Miss Marlene jumps in the frame, and she's like, don't be accusing my baby of running around doing some skanky things or nothing like that. He is getting a facial. Although he did let us know that he does like to be touched by a woman. You know what I'm saying? Which to me, as he was, I understand it, but I don't know. I'm gonna let it go. It is what it is. So anyway, he's in counseling, and he is hopeful that, because the other night he ran into Melody, and so I guess she told him that she was going to pray for their relationship to get better or something like that. Now, we later learned that she only said that so she could get out of the conversation with him and just to kind of appease him. But he is taking it literally, and he wants that prayer like Giselle wants that bottle of Casa Azul. Okay, so this is essentially what Martell is after, although it is not a. Lord, we is not praying for the Casa Azul. Let me take this off the screen. Anyway, he is praying for a healing, and he wants that healing, and he's gonna get it come by hook or by crook. Okay, however he can. And Miss Marlene, oh Lord, Miss Marlene, I love you. I really do. You see the best in people. You see the best in the world. But she's like, what you need to be in therapy for? And I'm like, now this is coming from somebody else who is in therapy. I could look at somebody else and I can definitely say, listen, I ain't no therapist, but I ain't no counselor, and I ain't no psychologist, and I ain't no psychiatrist. I'm not even a doctor. I'm not a nurse. I'm not a practitioner. I'm not a lawyer. I ain't none of those things. But what I do know is that man could use some therapy. Okay. And so Miss Marlene then starts to going on about how, Melody need. Now in the preview, I could have swore on my version, she talked about how, she talked about how Melody needed to, stop bad mouthing Martell, to the kids or whatever. And so then she is like in the preview as it goes to commercial, she's saying something about how she needs to learn how to be a woman and grow up. But when we get back to the scene, that part is cut out. So quality assurance, I'm gonna need y'all to check that on the app, okay? And what you can do is I'm not a producer, okay? But what you can do is y'all can re-edit it, okay, for later on. You know what I'm saying? And so when people watch it again, they'll actually see her saying it. Because unless I missed it in my notes, and y'all know I be typing like a secretary, it wasn't said in the scene. So somebody need to go back and fix that. So anyway, the transitions are transitioning. Y'all notice that? Did y'all like the transition? The transitions are transitioning. I like them. So anyway, Stormy's cooking at home. I feel like we plopped into the middle of the scene. I really do. Y'all know I like me some Stormy, but I feel like they are arguing about, having another child. And I'm like, now, wait a minute. Where does this come from? I feel like it it feels to me like she's been a part of this cast all along, okay? And we've known about this journey, but we've just been dropped into what essentially turns into a little mini heated argument because Stormy want more kids. This man don't want her to be breastfeeding. I don't know why. I mean, maybe it's something I'm missing. Now, I would imagine if something is hanging off of your essential organs, well, not an organ, Lord, y'all know what I'm talking about. I'm trying to be politically correct, but can't say the word. Now, if somebody is hanging off your tatas, let's put it to the real. Okay, so if you got somebody dangling from your tatas, a little person, okay, I'm sure that's probably doing a little some type of damage or maybe a little bit, you know what I'm saying? But that's what they made for, right? Really? I mean, to be real. So, I mean, does it do some damage? Does it affect how the man will be able to handle or maneuver them? Somebody help me. Help me. Help me. Write it in the comment section down below so I can put it in my book. Anyway, now let's move on. Because y'all know, let me tell you something. Writing these, I just wrote a love scene. Okay. It wasn't really love making, it was bumping and grinding. And I had been dreading writing it because I knew I had to write it because I had done the outline, right? And I was like, Lord have mercy. How can I get into the mind of this lady? Okay. And how can I get into the mind of this man? And how am because I'm so used to being politically correct. Y'all, to tell you the truth, I mean, part of the reason I be so politically correct is not only because of my background in news, but it's also because I know my mama be watching this, and so I can't be like talking crazy. And my mom and my dad and my daddy watching this, so I got to like no, I got to, and a kid can watch this. You got to protect the ears. It's like all kinds of things you got to be on the lookout for, right? I got to be responsible. So anyway, I don't know how I got here. Oh, I know. So does it do damage? Okay, does the breastfeeding do damage? That's what I want to know for the man, for him to even have an opinion about it. So anyway, yeah, and she want more kids, he don't want more kids, he don't even want a surrogate. So there you have it. So we got that going on. All right. Melody is home with the kids. She got to call the people from her trap phone. Okay. The fact that she said trap phone is sending me. Okay. The fact that she got a trap phone is sending me. I'm like, do I need a trap phone? Girl, why don't you just have like business lines or something like that on your phone? Like they have applications. Like if you're trying to have a business or something like that, you can have business lines on your phone so that you ain't got to be answering 10, 12 phones. But whatever the case may be, if she want to have a trap phone, have a trap phone. Well, what they call it? No, because I love me a murder mystery or something like that. They call it a burner phone. Okay, so she got a burner phone, and she gonna call everybody from the burner phone. Now, my thought was, did she call Tiffany from the burner phone? Does Tiffany have her number? Because she called her first. Now, when she called Letitia, I know she called from that burner phone then because she don't, they don't like each other. So then she got to call. Who she call next? She called Stormy. Stormy like, who this? Who? Melody who? Male? I don't know no males. I ain't heard from a male in months. Who is this? And Mel is like, this is Melody, Cherie. Okay. And so Stormy is like, girl, is this your new number? Melody's like, it's a temporary one. Hint, hint. You ain't getting my number. Oh God. Anyway, next, Stormy feels like this is all weird. Okay. Martell is shocked when she calls, and he's still asking about this prayer. And Melody is like, God said go. And I'm thinking to myself, no, God said no. Okay, God said no, ma'am. God said no. That's essentially what she is telling this man. God said no. And so she got to go. So Stormy and her mom, Betty, meet. Oh Lord, Miss Betty is about to be the new Miss Wanda. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean in the sense of somebody, mama on the show, who comes in and sets it off. Okay. Let's just put it like that. Because y'all know I try to be as respectful as possible when I'm talking about somebody mama. Because they somebody's elder mama. You know what I mean? So we got to be respectful. So anyway, Miss Betty, she, they talk about, she gives us some advice about how to deal with, Courtney on these issues with the babies and whatnot. And basically she tell her, listen, don't be giving him no pound cake if he don't want to have no kids. How about that? That'll solve that. Next, she want to know, what's going on. Essentially, they get into her mama saying stuff on social media. Okay. And basically her mama saying things on social media, essentially being this. Do you think Melody likes Stormy for real? Now, I think for most of us, the fans of the show, we have been sensing there might be some sort of tension between Stormy and Melody for quite some time now. It just seemed like there was something, and I don't know what that something was, but basically, I guess Miss Betty is seeing something too, right? And so then we get another flash on the screen of a post from Melody saying, child, so who the heck recorded this combo? Love and Marriage Huntsville, secret recordings. I already knew this though. Why? I stay to myself, don't trust people. So there's that going on with the secret recordings, and I don't know what that is talking about. So then Miss Betty is saying, you are using the same little tactics you use against Destiny, distorting the truth to have an issue with someone. So, as you will note, we have not seen Destiny at all. I don't know what these receipts mean, but basically from what I gather, Miss Betty, as she tells us, she ain't never liked Melody and she ain't never liked Melody's energy. But Stormy has also told us that Miss Betty ain't never liked none of her friends. So I don't know what's going on. What I do know what's going on is Stormy and Melody at this point in time have not talked outside of that conversation that they had when Melody called her. And they apparently didn't talk at the reunion either. I guess they were maybe supposed to talk. This is very reminiscent of what happened between Melody and Destiny, which is why I stated in my earlier rant that I felt like a storm was coming. And I feel like I already can see what's about to happen in the comments of the videos and online. Okay. And before everybody gets to getting into it, I just want to remind y'all of my earlier rant. Okay. So anyway, basically, Stormy realizes that she's going to have to deal with the ramifications of Miss Betty's tweets and things she's posting on social media. And she is correct. She will bear the brunt of what her mama is saying, because ultimately they're going to say the same thing that they said about Miss Wanda to Letitia, is that in some way, shape, or form, you're still kind of responsible for your mom. All right. But Miss Betty does say, she gives some sage advice. She says, if they're not adding value, what good are they to you anyway? And that is really true in life. So anyway, everybody arrives at the golf event or whatever, and Stormy is not for the fakery of it all. And again, this is it fakery or is it we getting along to get along? I think because she's new to the situation, she's not used to maybe she's not used to being around people she don't like or who don't like each other but have to get along for whatever reason. I personally don't think it's fake to get along with somebody just for the sake of being cordial and it is somebody else's event. That's what I think. I think sometimes you have to put on your big person bloomers or whatever you wear, and you got to smile and get through it. But I will tell you, the caveat to that is this. For me, I'm just telling you how I do. I have a very hard time being around people I don't like. If I can do it and with nobody knowing that I don't like this person, I can be professional. I can work with whomever. I can do whatever. I've had to work with people who I know don't like me for whatever reason, or who may have mistreated me. But I was always still professional. I can go into a room with people I don't like. But if you tell me, that's why I'm always asking who all over there, who all gonna be there, because if I know certain people are going to be there that I do not mess with like that, I'm not even going to put myself in the position to ever be in that space, which is probably why I'm not on reality TV. Okay. I mean, that's just that in terms of an ensemble type cast or nothing like that. It wouldn't work because I would never show up to nothing. I mean, that's just how I am. I'm like that in real life. I barely leave the house now, right? But if you telling me I gotta go someplace and then you telling me also that it's so and so there that you know I don't like, I'm not coming. Period. So that's my little diatribe. But anyway, Stormy's not here for the fakery. That's basically it. Okay. Really, I think she's not here for there's an issue between her and Mel and it not being addressed. I think that is probably more or less the issue. What everybody else is doing, I can't really speak on because again, I feel like everybody just getting along for Kimmy. So of course, Martell is still asking for this prayer. Okay. He's still looking for this elusive prayer. Melody is like, God said no. And she's just trying to leave it there. That prayer is in the same place that Casa Azul is. We don't know. Kimmy announces that the doctor revealed that they don't see anything, in terms of the cancer. She still has to do her surgery. She still has to go through radiation, but the chemo part of the journey is complete and everybody celebrates. So Melody wants to go eat, right? And Stormy's like, yeah. But girl, we need to talk. Come on over here. Come on over here real quick. So she's like, yo, what's up with us, right? And so she's like, I haven't talked to you. And Stormy's like, I text you, but I didn't get a response. And so Melody's like, well, did you try to call after you text or whatever? Stormy says, yeah, I text you, but I didn't get a response. And so Mel says, girl, you can always DM me. Now I got to speak on that one real quick. I always say this. Now, this is just me. I have dealings with I communicate via DM very not much. I'm not consistent, right? Enough with it. So for me, if you want to communicate with me, you should probably email me or email my manager, right? If you really want to get in contact with me. But in terms of friendships, if you really want to reach me, you're gonna have to text me. Okay, that's number one. Because chances of me seeing a DM at this point are, I tell my friends, do not DM me something that you want me to know. If you want me to see something funny on Instagram, text me the link. Text me the link because I will respond faster to that. And I'm not even the fastest with responding to text message, to be quite honest with you. Again, I hope people don't be offended by it. But when I tell you that over these past couple of months, again, I have been still feeling like I'm dangling by the threads. Okay. Whenever I do this, that's me dangling. Okay. Dangling off the edge of the cliff. All right. Just dangling, hanging there, hanging on by the pinky. Really, that's how I feel because I've had so much going on. And I feel like everybody does. So I don't feel like it's just me. I really don't. I feel like, isn't everybody hanging off? Isn't everybody dangling? Are you dangling off the edge of the cliff right now? But you're watching this for a little bit of relief. I mean, I feel like everybody might be dangling. So I don't take it personally when somebody doesn't text me back or they don't respond back fast enough. I don't have no feelings about that, right? However, so I do see where Stormy is coming from when she's like, I don't really have any friends that would tell me to DM them, right? Because I just don't. I mean, it wouldn't. It technically it wouldn't be the fastest way for us to contact each other. If you want to reach me, I mean, text me. But the other side of that is Melody don't want nobody to have her number, and I think that they are going to have to come to terms with the type of friendship they want to have with each other. Because what works for Melody and Kimmy doesn't seem like it works for Melody and Stormy, because Stormy, from her version of their history, is that they're used to texting all the time. But something may have changed, and I don't know what it is. That is what we need to find out, because we got to be real about the situation. Something changed for Melody to now not even want Stormy to have her number, but we need to know what it is. I want to know, because clearly something changed, right? And clearly Stormy is in the dark about it, and only Melody knows what is happening for her that may make her feel that way, unless it is related to this and she's not saying it. Okay? So I need clarity. I really do. So anyway, that's my review of Love and Marriage Huntsville season. I don't know what. Okay? That is, I didn't even, oh my Lord, I didn't tell y'all what I rate this episode. I'm going to rate this episode a 9.9. Okay? I'm going to rate it a 9.9. I forgot to do that right at the start. I give it a 9. I would have gave it a 10, but I did feel like we were dropped into the middle of some things. And for that reason alone, it doesn't, I want to get, no, I don't know. I'm going to get a 9.9 sounds like it sounds fair. Okay? It's almost a 10. A lot of that came from the visuals alone. Some things did crack me up. I do feel like we've got a lot of new things going on. So yeah, 9.99999. 9.9999999. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give it a 10. It was a 10 because I was entertained. It gave me a lot to talk about and digest. Okay, and a lot to go over with y'all. Yeah, we're gonna give it that. Let me know what y'all give it in the chat down below, because I have gone well over the time frame that I wanted to give this video. I've gone into way too much just extra detail about things that didn't need to be talked about. But I think that's why some of y'all come here. Some of y'all might not like it. Deal with it. All right, y'all. Listen, that's all I got for y'all today. Again, listen, the book, baby. Get the book. Read it. Leave a review in that order. All right. So I can finish book 2, know what y'all like, know what y'all don't like, and get to work on book 3. All right. With that being said, I will catch you all in the next video.
So, Desiree Davenport, what are you hoping to accomplish with this show?
Honestly, I've lost everything in the most horrible way possible. And listen, I want it all back. I'm willing to build it piece by piece, and I mean brick by brick.
Oh, honey, she is done. I bet you a Birkin she doesn't last all season with us. Just watch.
I'm Misha Hill, and I'd like to consider myself the matriarch of this dynamic group of ladies. I mean, someone has to keep them under control.
I'm Davita Delaney.
I mean, I think I could teach these ladies a thing or two about how to get and keep a good man.
They said she was a gold digger. She ain't that for me.
I'm just really looking forward to being surrounded by other empowering bosses.
Yes, I know exactly what she's doing. And if she keep playing in my face, I'm gonna have to let her off her dirty little secrets just like she did to me. And I'm not playing.
Let's get this straight. If I brought you into this circle, I just as easily can take you out. She ain't running nothing over here, okay? She needs to be worried about running that household and worried about why that husband of hers is never at home.
Oh, hell.
Ooh, child, this is about to be a mess.
Oh my God, I hate mess. What in the world did I get myself into?